welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, back on my usual channel. Did you watch the video on the other channel? Did you? Cool kids watch the video on the other channel. Thank you very much to everybody who does. It means a lot to me. All right, we are playing Historic Brawl, as you probably got from the hype title card, and we are playing the Watcher in the Water, a legendary Kraken. This thing is so terrifying. Let's read the new card. It is a 9/9 for 5. That's not bad. When it enters the battlefield tapped with 9 stun counters on it. That sucks. That means that whenever this card would untap, instead remove a stun counter. So 5 mana, 9/9. Maybe in 9 turns you can use it. Let's read the rest of the card. Maybe it will redeem itself. Whenever you draw a card during an opponent's turn, I like doing that. Create a 1/1 blue tentacle creature token. Tentacle creature tokens. It's not at all creepy or weird. Whenever a tentacle you control dies, untap up to 1 target Kraken and put a stun counter on up to 1 target non-land permanent. So when your little tentacles that you make often from drawing cards on the opponent's turn die, then you get to remove a stun counter from the Watcher and put a stun counter on something else of the opponent's. So it's actually a fun interaction. If you have this on the battlefield, tapped of course, with a bunch of stun counters on it, of course, and the opponent attacks you and you respond with some kind of a draw effect, a chemister's insight, just a little draw effect, you make a little tentacle and you block their big creature and the big creature kills it. And then you remove a stun counter from the Watcher and you put a stun counter on their creature and their creature doesn't untap next turn. And that's kind of the cycle of how you use the Watcher to defend yourself and draw a bunch of cards until it can untap and win the game. That's the idea behind the card. Now, the quest of the card, though, of actually getting to a point in Historic Brawl where the opponent either doesn't kill you or scoop and you untap this thing, now that is a quest worth taking. So that's what we're going to try to do. Can we actually attack our opponent with Watcher in the Water in this game? My God. So here are 4 cards. I've separated some piles. I've got the 4 cards that I run in this deck that I don't usually run in all my other decks of similar color. I've got 4 cards from the new set to talk about. And then the rest of this I would describe as mono blue, control, counter, draw. You probably aren't too surprised by that. Prioritizing instant speed card draw, effects like the mentioned Chemister's Insight, Hieroglyphic Illumination, so we can draw cards on our opponent's turn to get the triggers and make the tentacles. So 4 cards that I include in this deck that I don't always include everywhere. First, I'm going to talk about Aether Gust, kind of boring I know, but in the Atraxa and Itali universe that is the open queue, I think it might be time to main deck Aether Gust in Historic Brawl. I think we're there. I think this card makes the cut now. And then Tireless Angler. In the spellbook, whenever you play an island, you get to draft a card from the spellbook. Hidden deep within the spellbook is a Nadir Kraken. Why is that? Why does that matter? You'll see we also have Nadir Kraken as the next card on our list here. Why does it matter that there's a Nadir freaking Kraken in the spellbook that I can totally stop on if I wanted to? It's just a matter of talent. There we go. Nadir Kraken. Whenever you draw a card, you may pay 1. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on the Kraken and create a 1/1 blue tentacle creature token. This is the only other card that makes tentacle tokens. So we have 2 ways to get it. From the Tireless Angler, which in a mono blue deck with a lot of islands is very fun to get weird value off of, and Nadir Kraken, which is also in the deck. Then Flow of Knowledge. We play so many basic islands, and this card on the opponent's turn with the Watcher can make so many tentacle tokens. It was an absolutely slam dunk include in this deck. Some cards from the new set we're talking about. I think Stern Scolding goes in most Historic Brawl decks. For just 1 mana, countering a creature spell with power or toughness 2 or less hits such a wide variety of things. Most people confuse it for mana cost 2 or less. It's not. It's power and toughness 2 or less. And there are plenty of cards like Ravenous Chupacabra and Timeless Witness out there that you can still hit with a Stern Scolding. I think there's enough use for it that you can play it. Saruman's Trickery. I think this goes in all your blue decks, maybe absolutely all of them, at least in open queue, because countering something and making a 1/1 is so good. It is a lot better than I think the other 3 mana counter spells, maybe everything but Archmage's Charm. And then we have the One Ring. probably goes in absolutely all the decks, to be honest, to the point that I'm even trying Whir of Invention in my main deck to go get it, because maybe the card draw is just that good. And of course, it's amazing with Watcher in the Water. And Lorien Revealed, this is a 5-mana sorcery draw 3, which doesn't appear great, but the island cycling is really good because you can get non-basic islands. So in a 2-color deck, you can go get like Watery Grave or Color Fix. In a 1-color deck, it's still worth it. You have Gate to the Sea Tower, and you have Mystic Sanctuary, 2 islands that have extra utility and can be better than the typical, cycling for a basic land or just playing another island in your deck. So that's where we're at on the deck. Let me know if you like the intro. A little longer, just highlighting some of the important things about the deck before we dive in. And by the way, let's dive in. Let the watching nonsense begin. On the play, I will counter their first spell. It's Edgar, Charmed Groom, black-white, vampires. River's Rebuke should be very good. I know some of you crazies are like, River's Rebuke, it's always good. It's not always good. Sometimes the opponent's not very focused on putting permanents on the battlefield, or the permanents they put on the battlefield are all value. But when you're up against somebody who doesn't play blue, so they can't counter the 6-mana sorcery, and they have a commander that rewards them for going wide like Edgar, yeah, River's Rebuke is really good. Where's their 1-drop? I'm offended. I was really looking forward to a minor misstep. All right, we got lands and we got Opt. Pretty sure I'll cast the Opt. Into open mana. Let's play the Azcanta. They might have Shieldred's Edict. Hey, Hawk Scavenger. Vampire number 1 arrives. The Seagate? Question mark? Nah, not right now. Maybe later. If I take it right now, it's just a bad tap land. If I take it later, ho ho ho. Could be so powerful. Don't need Boon right now. Can make a 2/2, not very relevant. I think we'll just play a Narset. Can get attacked by the Scavenger, go to the graveyard, help us flip Azcanta. More like Azcanta. That didn't land the way I hoped. Let's commence the end game. More of an intimidation tactic than anything. Where's there one? Play a 1-cost spell. Do it. Where's your Legions landing? Where's your 1-mana vampires? Let's go. Anyway, Mavrin. Oh, got him. Got him. Got him. Got him. It fell right into my trap. Transform. Solve the equation. Getting very strong here. So we could go for the Watcher. Just removal check them. Take a big hit. If that doesn't work out, do something different. I think we just stay patient and commence the end game. It's a really good card. And it'll probably draw a removal spell. So draw 2, make a 5/5. No! All right, we go to 17. So many vampires. Well, I was really hoping when we rebuked, we could do it from a position of a board presence. I could try to stall for another turn, and maybe that would work. We do have Snapcaster, so if we get 1 more mana, we can go Rebuke, Snapcaster, Rebuke. I think taking this hit, though, would be a pretty big mistake. So what I could also do is cycle Shark Typhoon, try to block here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm at 17. This actually isn't a bad idea. So this gives me an opportunity to foretell. If I happen to draw a land, I'll have Snapcaster Rebuke before they really recover. They do have Edgar. Whoa. Oh, that's nasty. Oh, that ain't fine. All right, what is that? That's another 5. So 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 now. But I can cut off the first 5 with the Shark Typhoon. It's not the end of the world. The Edgar was also very scary. But sometimes you got to take big hits. The big rewards. It's only 41 to what? 5? 4? 3? It's fine. This is fine. Let's make 1/1s and bonus turn. Gotta start this party somehow. I guess I'll see if I hit a land. I do. Keep them coming. They have Snappy Rebuke, so I think I'm going to play the Watcher soon. They've played their Infernal Grasp. It's possible they don't have another removal, especially since they didn't kill the Shark token and just end me. Yep. Yep. Here they are. All right, I think the time has come. Let's get in the water. So I have the Snapper. Snapper can stun something, but I'd prefer to use it with what? Rebuke, probably? So I could also just yoink. Yoink the Maverin. Now, as this is whenever one or more non-token vampires attack, create a lifelink E. They still have Edgar on the way. I should probably set up for that. All right, how do I draw cards with 2 mana? Can I draw cards with 2 mana? Probably not. This is probably a search for counterspell to make sure I don't die. It could also get pulled from tomorrow or Silver Scrutiny, but I have to not die. All right, so those are both 3/3s. I'm still block. This is fine. Play your veto. Play your landing. Sure. Opponent has once again built a board I am afraid of. All right, Snappy. Do it again. How to keep control as mono blue. Goodness sakes. We stay alive. I think, is the veto our greatest threat? But the opponent didn't play it last turn. They paced it well. I want to gain control of this. So we counter the next thing. Especially since it flies. Flying's bad. All right. Land. Yoinkers. Angler will come out later. We're going to Escanta. The Watcher, don't worry. I just need a draw spell. I just need a draw spell on their turn. Let's see what we get. 2 mana open. The Whir? I don't have enough life to really use the ring, do I? I mean, protection's solid. But then I'm going to die to that ring. I don't have a way to pick it up. So I'm a way to cheat with it. Could take Banky. I guess I'll just take the warp. Extra turn, hard to complain about. Veto. Veto Skirmy. So they send the token. Do they make another one? Nope. They don't make another one. Bold. Very bold. $42-2. And a lethal veto hanging out. All right, angles. We play the angles. Come on, Watcher in the water. I'm sure you do something. Just give me a second. Shore Shark. Yeah, Shore Shark. Let's flash and mutate. All right. Combat. Give them the Eddy. They've got 40 life. I doubt this will matter anytime soon. They also are very, very aware of the warp. Human, vampire, human, Kraken. Let's instead use his Kanta. Maybe we can find a way to chain some turns, but I think I used them all. I mean, this draws cards, but sorcery speed. This looks at more cards for a lower price. Field of Ruin. Kind of wish it was an island, not gonna lie. Let's dig with his Kanta. Hacked, I guess. Face up. What do you think of them apples? All right, they give lifelink. They attack with this. This is a creature an opponent controls. This is not lethal. If we can block and kill it, that's good. We pass. Still no way to stun things, which I could really use right now. The Zealot. What does that do? Not much, right? Dark Ritual. Resolve. Champion of Counterspell. First, though... Well, I've got to use the Shore Shark, so yeah, this is a pact. This is a pact. They don't have enough anymore to activate the veto, so right now they have no life gain. They are passing the turn. Let's give it the Memory Deluge. We got a Censor. That can work with Watcher. We've got Juari. I think I'd rather just take the island to work with the Angler. All right, let's go Field of Ruin on your command tower. I know they have a landing. I might regret this later. I think I just have to make this play. Get the value off the Angler. Hope to draw something useful. Shore Shark's good, so far so good. Fleet Swallower. Mill half your library. I should take this turtle. I should definitely be taking this turtle. But fish. Nigga fish. Turtle. Turtle. Come on, guys. I want this. I like winning this game. Losing this game would be so just destructive to me, my ego. We have to try harder. There is my little tentacle token. The tentacles have finally appeared in this game. Let's pay for Pact. Let's draw another island. Okay, 3 in a row. Feeling bad. Double Shore Shark. This is how we do it. Can't mutate onto a human. Stinky veto. All right. Attack. Like they're gonna block. They're not gonna block. I'm just giving up a good blocker. But maybe they'll block this, right? And then I stun something. I guess they're more likely to attack me though. They're the ones trying to end the game. And they might go for like the give everything lifelink play. And then we pounce and we pounce again. And we bounce all their stuff. Wait, I get something out of the graveyard. The champion? Yikers. The scavenger. It's fine. This is fine. All right, they're passing. Let me dig here. Don't mind me. Oh! Oh! Let's yoink from tomorrow. Oh, Whir of Invention can get the ring. Tentacles are coming. Oh, the Sanctuary. That can get the Time Warp, which I could redraw and recast. Could also get the pull. I mean, they're at 35. Let's do the Time Warp again. They can't be blocked. Fish. Mega fish. All right, to draw a card, we must Kanta. We cast. We have 6 mana left. We can't fish. Ooh. All right. All right, all right. Also, don't really want to attack into this board until we drop a shark. Why not? Mega Shark. Bouncers. Big action. All right. Bouncers. Oh, wait. We want to set them up to block with the Null Priest, and then we bounce the Veto, right? Right. Okay, so you and you. We're going to bounce the Veto anyway. We have an extra turn. Everybody get it. Everybody get it. The opponent's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to kill them with my Veto. I'm going to block with this Null Priest, and they're going to lose. Okay, they didn't do that. They so wise. So much wisdom. Okay, then I'll hold. I can do it later. Angle. Mega fish. It's the Megalodon. Another fun movie coming in August. Can I deal him 20? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Nay. I cannot. I cannot. I also don't think I have another turn. All right. Don't blow it. Just set them back to like 0 and stuff before they top deck a removal spell. So weird, but I think I'm bouncing the Null Priest. I can bounce in the Veto, make him recast it. I've got a 2/2 and a 1/1. All of this is fine, right? All of this is fine. We got an 0/5. Then we'll have a Mega Fish to block with Hexproof. Or you go to get the 1 ring. I mean, that's a way to do it. I'm just going to do it now so they can't respond to it with some shenanigan. Protection from everything. Yo. Pass. Otawara open. You replay the Veto. Yep. Give him lifelink. Yep. Yep. Attack me. Uh-huh. As long as I don't block. They shouldn't gain any life from hitting me because I have protection from every thing. I didn't cast it. I didn't cast it. I didn't cast it. Why do I have so much trouble with that? I didn't cast it. On the play, we face Muldrotha, the Grave Tide. I will keep my hand. It's fine. We don't need to counter things to be effective. Maybe, probably, I don't know. I'm just doing it now. I do not care. Sure, I needed a turn 2 play. That's why Alrund's Epiphany had to be banned in Standard, because it gets around the Shuffler's rule of making you top deck your 7-drop, you know, after you keep your hand with a slow curve, because it has Foretell. And they were like, oh, well, we didn't think of that when designing our algorithm to destroy you and your mental state. How else will we inflict pain upon and torture our fans? Oh, you think I'm making it up? I know all the secrets of the Shuffler. I know how fine it is. All right. Clock. Let's clock them. Opponent's ramping. We've got a ramp too. Their elf attacks, so they probably have a reactive removal-y hand. Which would make playing the Watcher here bad, so we pass. They're going to be too afraid to try to cast Muldrotha. That's my prediction. Too scared. Too scared to cast the commander. I see. Alright. A blue. Bosiju! We get to go get a land with a type. We could get the gate. We could get the sanctuary, but don't really want to put consider back on top. Play I could have made, I guess, was casting scrutiny and then putting scrutiny back on top. That's kind of exciting. What are you getting back? The Triome? I get back the Bosiju, but I don't know. What do I know about magic? taking my hits from a combi of the Bamboo Grove. Okay, we drew Snappy. Snappy's fun. 5 mana doesn't do much. Trying to decide when to play this Hall. I've been dancing around it. And right now we're taking 4 next turn. So if we keep them off a big spell for a few turns, we should get into a beautiful position. So the best thing to do is go get everyone's favorite, the OG Counterspell. All right, they're going to cycle this Triome. Obviously, they don't want to walk right into the Counterspell. They're probably content dealing 4 damage. Scolding. All right, we chill. Beautiful spot. We're in a wonderful, wonderful place for some Magic the Gathering. All right, opponent's trying to pass to combat. Let's tap the Llanowar Elves, resulting in a card draw. Yep, another 3. We're dragging this out just fine. Go for Commander. They know about the Counterspell. Let's give it to them. I applaud the opponent. They're made of tougher stuff than some. They didn't concede. They jammed right at that Counterspell. That's how you got to do it. Ooh, that's a draw. Bird. Watcher. Let's see if the opponent lets me untap with this Kraken. One thing I love about playing blue is when you do tap out to play your threat, the opponent is super tempted to resolve something big, you know, like their commander, instead of remove your threat. So it makes it more likely you actually get to play it, to untap with it, like we are about to do. All right, Oracle, what you got? I don't need that island. Epiphany. Now I could cast Behold the Multiverse here. I'm pairing it with the Watcher, so I'm not going to. What? No. That's cheating. That's not supposed to be legal. Oh. Oh, I was gonna have a good Watcher in the water game, and I just had to draw this Time Walk. All right. I mean, I accept. Wear him down. Let's go. Yes. $1 million top decks. Let's go. No snappy Time Walk this turn. I know. Wait. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. It is definitely still snappy Time Walk turn. I know, opponent. I'm a monster. How did this happen? How did it come to pass? I don't know, okay? I really don't. I just play Magic here, dude. What you got? Throwing my Snapcaster to the wolves. But what if I took all the turns? Okay. So, let's... I just want to use my Watcher in the water here, so just to like kind of excuse it being in my deck. Another land, cool. And we get a Tentacle. Look at that! Look at that! Where would we be without that Tentacle? Huh? Where would we be? Would we even be in this game at all? Sternly scolded. Nice 2/2. Would you like to play it again? You need another black. I was actually planning to counter the Timeless Witness, but here we are. Siggy. Now they Chupa. Okay. Take out the Oracle. So they don't die in the air? Yep. Okay. Round of applause for my opponent. They didn't die. I thought they might. Emerald. Beautiful. Let's dig. Pull from tomorrow. How about Stifle? Do we like Stifle? I think I like it more than the Misstep. Where would we be without this Watcher in the water about to crush this game? Yep, gotta block the tentacle. Trigger. I'm going to show you how this card works now. We target our Kraken, we target our Signet, and we're down to 3 stun counters, and we pass. Our opponent's considering it combat. Oh! Let's go! I have created Army of Tentacles, and that, my friends, was the last straw. Our opponent is Val Kilmer playing volleyball, aka Iceman on Fire. We go second. This hand is fine because we get to start hard. The Aether Gust actually hits in this matchup too, so makes it a pretty good keep. Ezra's Reckoning should help us find land, which is a big deal. Zeus's Journeys, huh? Opponent likes their lands. Wonder how many they run. Hope it's 50. And they run elves. I guess I would too with a 3-mana commander. All right, opponent. All right, calm down. Got twice as much mana than me. It's a pretty big advantage. They go for it. I think I really need to spend this turn drawing to make sure I don't miss my next land drop, because if I miss it, I think I'm out of the game. What can be even better than gusting their commander on the stack is gusting their commander when they try to activate it and make it huge. So maybe I'll hold for something like that. We're going to be behind no matter what. I think letting them get a little land value won't be the end of the world. If I miss a land, it's just over. Uh-huh. Still doing it. Okay. Well, found the land. Could also play the Jwari, hold up the Gust. And then what? 4 mana the next turn, cast Insight. I'm not playing the Kraken. Don't suggest the darn Kraken. The Temple. The bottom. I mean, they've got a heck of a grip and a huge lead. Now 7 mana to my 3. It's messed up. Okay. How do I handle this? Do I get rid of the Radha? Does getting rid of the Radha really do anything? Don't think so. Well, I can't get rid of the Toski in the future. They're just going to draw it again anyway. It's not like I solved the problem long term. So let's put a block here. And let's send Radha somewhere. See what the opponent chooses for that. For those wondering about the Reckoning, maybe you haven't seen this card much. We get to play one of these and then the other 2 just kind of stay exiled. That is cringe. I mean, just put me in my grave. The reason it's better than like a typical like Anticipate or something is you get to make the choice later. So I don't have to choose this turn, for example. I can just play this land. This game is such a disaster, though. Like, I don't see... There is no world that we have a real chance, right? We have to draw into River's Rebuke, I guess. We play for that. All lands become 2/2 element. Right. Right. Okay. It be this way sometimes. And then we have a shark that we use later. Can block here, can block here. Snappy. All right, work. I know it looks bad, but blue can surprise you. It's never over till it's over with blue. Especially with a time warp. Okay, still drawing land. Hype. Hey-ya. We get warped. We top deck River's Rebuke. Easy. Never didn't have it. Opponent has Veil of Summer. We have a counter for Veil of Summer. So maybe that means we're doing Snapcaster Aether Gust. How long are these things? Until your next turn. Okay. Okay. I see you. There aren't that many creatures, right? You don't have another Sylvan Awakening, I'm sure. We're fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Okay, I mean, we're on River's Rebuke or Bust anyway because of how far behind we are, so this doesn't change anything. Just whatever card they had was probably going to end the game if we don't find it. Ambush. They want to kill my shark. Yeah. Poor shark. It tried. It tried to fight the good fight. All right, the time of the crabs has ended. Passing turn, let's draw. Draw some good ones. Time warps and rebukes, probably the only things that truly matter here. Crack the clue. We gotta have a land just to snap time warp. Oh, invoke. Invoke the swarm? Make 2 blockers, could be interesting. I mean, their swarm's gonna be a lot better than mine. And discard a land. Is that the play? We're gonna steal the Scoot Swarm? I need a peek. Just give me a peek. They know their top card because of the Radha. I need to know it too. Enter the unknown. Counterable, but I'm probably gonna have to use that counter on whatever they're going to use to protect their swarm. Could go for the snap time warp. Try to get closer to something, but snap invoke is good too. All right. Hand it over. It's a very big investment. Snakeskin Veil is not Veil of Summer, so that's something. We draw. We draw land. Unfortunately, we need to block with both of these just to see another turn. Yeah, we can pack this, but we don't live to see like another turn. But let's just brainstorm in response to know if there's any chance whatsoever. That was a very unfair downhill game. Now you Veil. I mean, they had Veil too. Like, yeah, this game was completely unfair. Yep. Nothing that's gonna pull us out next turn for only 3 mana. Ah! Ah! That was a landslide against me. On the draw. Sea Tower, land, sensor, Callum. Should be good. Let's just move this bauble. Against Italy. Just never let it resolve, right? Although these decks are usually very, very good at being full of the cards that make their cards uncounterable. Tangled Florapedron. Oh, man. I feel like I've played against so much ramp running this deck. It's been a tough road, man. Like, ramp is really good against blue, but at least this time we're on the play, so we have a much better chance. Given all the Atraxa, Italy, and other commanders are super popular in regular queue, you're gonna play against ramp a lot. There's no question about that. You have to be prepared. You'll be going up against people with twice as much mana than you, compared to you most of the time. Like, we went first. Look, our opponent has double our mana. Double. Ancient Copper Dragon. Sensor? Think so. We could lapse it. I like lapsing commanders a lot better. Could go get a wash away with this solve, but I think we'll just hold it till next turn and cast it for a counterspell. Just don't let Italy resolve. Well, at least stall as long as we can. The Mystic. Into the Mystic. All right. Nope. I mean, get it played. We've got a minor misstep. We use a minor misstep. Especially since they might need that mana. Finale for 3. For 3? Make them try again. Do what we can. All right. Very tempting to slam the Watcher. Opponent untaps. They miss their land drop, so they'll untap and they'll finale. What will they get? Probably something that provides mana. I think we can do this. I think this is a window for us. They have the other Italy. Oh, God. Oh, that's an Aether Gust. Okay. If they put it on top and play it again, what do we do? Man, missing this land drop sucks, too. There's a Callum on top. I don't have the mana. If there's also a land with the Callum, I'm in good shape. Because I can tap this down. But I think I'm just supposed to gust it. The question is, do I let my opponent draw another land? This is really tough. They're not going to draw a land. They're not going to draw a land. They're not going to draw an untapped land. I also have the Demolition Field to shuffle it away, potentially. They would have put it on top if they had the land, because Italian to Italy is too cool. Yes. Attack me. They do not attack me. Wait, they didn't cast Finale either. What are they doing? They're going to activate the Incubation Druid. Okay. I kind of just want to draw the Callum. I also want to get Impulse cast. All right. If they're activating Incubation Druid, Callum's really good. And it works with the Watcher. Oh, that wasn't their end step. They bamboozled me. Oh well, I didn't have a counter anyway, so maybe it's for the best that they feel they bamboozled me. A finale for 4. They probably get like a Gwenna. Something that taps for mana. That works too. All right. It's getting so interesting. Let's start using our Watcher in the Water. Pretend our deck is built around it. They draw a Kogla. On top is a key. We will tap their Incubation Druid. They're still in their draw step, so if they tap it for mana, it clears before they get to Kogla. And they're going to adapt. Yep. So now we got to deal with that Incubation Druid. Woo! Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. The Rebuke is still stuck on lands. We behold a multiverse. I mean, I need a land. I'll draw more, right? Nah, don't be greedy. Should have been greedy. Tentacles are coming. They're coming for you. If I bounce them, they will not draw the land. They are basically out of the game. Yep. And that'll do it. Obviously, the Watcher in the Water was the MVP. Opponent goes first. Our hand is kind of cringe. Tapped Mystic Sanctuary. Pathetic, but you know. Ob. Infinite Ob. We're not going to let them do that to us. Nobody's ever infinite obbed me, and they won't today, I tell you. They're like in vogue, man. Never gonna get it. No big deal. Dark Ritual's fine. Fine card. Nothing to fear. That might be the most perfect and amazing card to go with their Ob I've ever seen. But why'd they play their land first? Huh? Why'd you do that, opponent? You missed out on value. I have won this game in spirit no matter what happens now because my opponent missed value. That makes me the superior Magic player no matter how this ends. What the hell is their hand? It's the most insane thing I've ever seen while I am casting my Solve the Equation for a blue source. Like, what the hell, man? Finish me. If they stacked their library, it would look like this.
This'll be easy.
7 happy health. We top the land. Eh? You telling me there's a chance? 6.
Oh, today's my lucky day.
Close match. Close match. I must say. Totally fair. On the play, this hand is pretty slow against Rankle, where River's Rebuke might not be good against such a hasty, amazing commander. Let's take our mulligan, looking for ramp. Doesn't do it either. So what's our turn 2? Behold. Our turn 3 is cast Behold. I'm going to keep it because Invoke. I mean, Invoke can be really, really good if they're commander-centric. Many decks are. But this is not my ideal. Especially since I suspect we'll get Duressed or something of that nature. I'm impressed that we still have a hand. I thought I would have discarded everything by now. Dark Ritual. All right. It's the second time today I've been turned 2 commandered by Dark Ritual. You wouldn't think that would happen as often as it does, but here we are. We're discarding Extinction Event, sure. What do we need? We need to draw land. That we definitely need. Don't think we need to solve the occasion. Just gotta steal this Rankle before it gets completely out of hand. All right, let's do this first. See what we draw. Wow, again. The Bowmasters again? Bowmaster Dark Ritual again in the same day. Yeah, all right. Sure. That's fine. It's not like this solves my equation. Yeah, that'll really help. I'll just concede this. Okay, I mean, how many times can you go up against Dark Ritual Commander into Bowmasters in the same day? Apparently, at least twice. I want revenge on Rankle for the Dark Ritual shenanigans, so we will keep this hand because it counters turn 2 Rankle. If I don't play my Arcane Signet. I mean, come on. Come on. I'm not gonna not play the Signet, am I? To hold up Jwari? On turn 2? They're totally gonna have it. They're 100% gonna have it. Whew. 0 Dark Rituals this day. All right. Yeah, we get to hold with Memory Deluge. That's great. The opponent will probably just put the mana into the night because people don't like getting their spells countered. Makes them so sad. No? They are going to play something. What you going to play? Trickery! I could also Jwari it. If I Jwari it, I might miss the next land drop. Let's do it. Let's Trickery. Let's not miss the land drop. I invite you to put your mana into this night. Cool. Memories. Invoke. Witness. Witness. Also Seagate. I could just hit my land, which is not the worst. Yeah, land. Boring, but wise. All right, if I play the Watcher, they're just going to kill it, right? I think they're just going to kill it. We have the 1/1, so the Rankle doesn't kill it. But then I guess they're not casting their Rankle. All right, make them kill it. Make them destroy it. Okay. Still no blocks. If you want to pump that, that's cool. 17. No Rankle, so probably removal. Wandering Archaic. Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery, they may pay 2. If they don't, you may copy it. I mean, if I had the 2, this would be exciting. Shall we rebuke both of us? Giving them time walks? Also bad. Do I just let them draw? Maybe I do. If I do this, I'm still scrutiny for 3 and we both draw 3. That's kind of pog. All right, let's go. Let's do it. I'm down, opponent. You want to dance? Let's dance. So if they kill this in response to the poll, that's really bad. Patience. Pumps. Patience. Patience. All right, I'm going to try. Congratulations to their draw 3. I hope they draw no removal. And no Bowmasters. Do not need any Bowmasters in my life here. Come on. Cool. Thrilled with that. All right. I will yoink the Archaic. We have a Spell Pierce. Hopefully it's not that easy for them to remove it. Maybe paying the taxes will mean the Spell Pierce hits. From now it looks like they have enough mana. Tergrid! The heck is this toxic pile from the opponent? But they're stymied. They don't get to kick my butt just yet. Brainstorm. Pact. Pact is solid. Murix's land for turn. Rebukia. What do we do about Rankle? Nothing. Hacked, I guess. I was gonna say they've avoided casting Rankle, so maybe we don't have to worry that much. 6 cards in graveyard, so transforming his Kanta on the horizon. Feed the Swarm. Yeah, nothing to really do with a copy of that, is there? Copy the spell. Decline. I don't want to pay life. Thank you. I think we let that go. Not the end of the world. So, Rankle. Monument. Alright, I'll pierce you. They sure are playing it careful. Night, you got it. Nighty night. I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I got no privacy. Oh, oh. Turn of the Watcher. Rankle. Denied. Infernal Grasp. I will copy. Zap. I will draw. Ghost Quarter. Not quite what I was looking for. Their commander's going to come back next turn with the Hasty. We got 6 mana, so we can pull. Drop you to 12. Try to get in a spot where the Allrun's Epiphany is just a killer. All right, they're still not playing that commander again. It's the Cold Steel Heart. It's the Arcane Signet. They're ramping up, which is interesting because I'm quite a bit ahead and they're acting like they're going to play the long game with me. And they've got a Gix, which is much better on aggro than Defendo. Let's pull. The One Ring. The One Ring, you guys. That's really good. All right. Get him. The Ring. Epiphany foretold. Hard evidence. Pass. We have protection from everything. And then on that following turn, an all-runs Epiphany. Memory lapse on the Terror Grid because it's a lot of mana. More ramp cards. Only 2 cards left for them. They're running out of toys. Mindstone Sacrifice. Draw the Terror Grid. We could have responded with the Ghost Court if we didn't want them to have the Terror Grid. I'm not that worried. All right, Gix is attacking. No blocks. We draw. We draw. This game is over. Show them the all-runs Epiphany. See if they scoop to it. And that's game. Revenge upon the Rankles. That feels better. Up against Italy and on the draw, we have a turn 1 Spell Pierce. Sauron's Trickery. The Kraken against Italy is not the place. Incremental value will not save us, but hopefully the Spell Pierce can catch a ramp spell. Not a mana dork. Worst possible outcome. What you got? What does it do? Wow. Opponent just came prepared today. All right. Ambush Viper. Needed. Absolutely needed. All right. Ramp or Kraken? Against the Toski, we're going to go Kraken. I was wrong. I take back everything I said about you, buddy. We needed a blocker, and you were there. Ugh, that's not good. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, it's so big. All right. A Tentacle. If we play the Celestis here, we don't have the Trickery or the Make Disappear open, so we pass. Next turn, maybe the Kraken's big enough to block the frickin' Troll, and we can defend. Here they come. Take 4. Opponent draws. Gross. Into the north. Do we counter that? We do not. Not at this stage. Maybe I'd trade the Spell Pierce for it, but they have the mana to pay. What else you got? Mana Dork. More mana is bad for us. Let's amass. Sensor off the top is interesting. Makes me feel good about that counter on the Druid. Now we ramp. Defenses have been set up. You hear. Save our tentacle tokens for later. They're good with the Watcher on the board. Opponent's going to transform. So they get some bonus mana. And they tap out. Censor. No to the Dino. All right, let's pay. I always feel like. Maybe more appropriate in this particular spot. We could say, every breath you take and every move you make, I'll be watching you. Kogla and Yadaro. Well, that can fight. Ooh, that can fight this Kraken. That's pretty rude. I was having... That card was finally shining. It certainly put in work in this game. I don't know where we'd be without it against that Toski. All right, 1 Kraken, 1 permanent. Lock it. Time Warp. What a beautiful card. Attacks. If they block, We get to lock the Toski down too. With a stun counter. Of course, Kogla and Yadaro aren't tapped yet, so that's kind of bad. Target the Kraken. Lock that down. Warp some time. Draw the Behold. No attacks. Pass turn. Trigger Celestis. Think Spell Pierce has worn out its welcome. Never got to be used in this game. But because we drew a card on the opponent's turn, Tentacle Token. Cultivate. You got it. If I just get to pull from tomorrow here, I'll be feeling great. Sequence, yeah. Tapped land. Plenty of mana. Any other plays? None. Okay. Let's go. What? What are you responding with? What do you think you're doing here? Wilt my Celestis. All right. It did its job. Trigger, 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 trigger. Am I gonna untap the Watcher? Surely not. I've never untapped a Watcher in the water in my life. 6 mana. Roar! Give them the business. They take it all. Another land. Here's a tally. Sack that. Beautiful. Kraken. Can't target this land, so I'll target the Toski. Target. 3 counters on Watcher in the water. Guys, we might untap this. We might just untap this card. No, don't leave. I'll be watching you. Oh. Never untap the card. Ain't that the way it goes? That said, I really like the Watcher in the Water. It is definitely not anywhere near a tier commander. It's not a win rate commander. It's a fun get your dailies for casting blue spells or drawing cards kind of daily commander. And it's a mono blue commander, so a lot of board states you can't recover from, and you're the bad guy because you have to counter a lot of spells to play in games. But it is a fun mini game to see if you can untap the Watcher in the Water. I've never done it. Have you? Do you have what it takes to untap Watcher in the water? Show me. Go play it. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next one. You're cool.